Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Tea and Tarot Time with Julie. And we are talking this week about the eclipse that's coming up in a couple of days. This is the forecast for you, energy forecast for the collective for the week of the 19th of September. Going forward, there's a lot going on astrologically this week. So I have invited the beautiful Patty from Willow Grace Astrologer to join us and talk about the astrology. Then we're going to pull some cards, and then we're going to just discuss the combination of the cards and the astrology. So get yourself a cup of tea, get yourself a cup of coffee, glass of wine, whatever it is you want. Get your feet up, get yourself comfy. Let's have a little look what's going on for the week ahead. So welcome, Patty from Willow Grace Astrology. What's going on with the astrology this week, Patty?
Julie, we are in for a roller coaster ride. If we go back to the last 4 weeks and say what has been going on with us, it starts today on Friday. Well, we have Mercury now moving into Libra. Mercury's the way that we communicate. Libra wants balance. So we're all trying to communicate what we want with what other people want and trying to find harmony within this. And then the very next day, we have Venus moving into Virgo. Venus is the goddess of love and beauty, and she wants to unite. And Virgo says, I have to focus on self-care. What does that look like? How can I be of service to other people? So the inner planets are pushing us towards the eclipse that's going to be happening on Sunday. This one will be the final one of 2025, and it's actually creating a kite. A kite is when the tail end is our focus of what we're holding on to, and the top is where everything is guiding us. And so with this eclipse, it is a solar eclipse in the sign of Virgo at 29 degrees, which is an anaretic degree that means this is final. Think of it as we have all this studying, all this learning, everything that we've done up to this point in our life. And now we're ready to put it into action. It doesn't mean get rid of. It says, I now know what I have to do. I have to make a plan. I have to put it into action. It is the kite formation is using the other planets to uh, m merge it to make it more sustainable. It's opposite of Saturn. Remember, Saturn has the rings around it. So Saturn wants us to ground everything in reality. It's opposite of Neptune, those two planets together. And Neptune is dreams and illusions. So it's channeling what do we want to do to transform. And it's structure and surrender because Neptune says you have to let go of the old in order to move into the new. And Saturn says, let's build it. Let's create short, middle, long-term goals to make this happen. And then we've got Pluto and Uranus, and Pluto means the death of, and it doesn't like get rid of, it takes everything that we've done and says, it's not throwing away like the baby with the bathwater. It's taking it and saying, how do I transform everything that I'm doing, everything that I've learned into something new, into something that is more sustainable? And Uranus is bringing shock and surprise to everybody. It's people, places, and things into our life and out of our life. And it feels like that we are on this fast forward, hold on tight, and allow the current to take you where it's supposed to be. And then, literally, the very next day, Mars enters into Scorpio. It's time to cut, sever, remove. And the sun in Libra will say, and now I feel more balanced that I'm making these decisions. And then 2 more days after that, the Mars Pluto square. And like we can go into more detail with that, but this energy is pulling all of us into another dimension, into the next chapter, literally taking a book off the shelf and saying, let's put this one away. You're no longer the student. Now you can become the teacher. It's an elevation or a plateau for everybody of this is now going to be the new normal. Let's move into it. Let's embrace it and take what you've learned. And is it going to be easy? No. But that doesn't mean you don't step into it. It can be scary, but it's also this amazing opportunity to see a new chapter. So I am super excited about it with um, all of the planets. Everybody has a little piece of the pie here to tell the story.
That sounds amazing. And I mean, what I find interesting, I've been doing the bonus readings for the second half of September. Everybody's had endings, beginnings, completions, walking away from, leaving behind, all of this kind of energy. So that's all about the eclipse. And the other thing I've been finding when I feel into the energy, it's rather confusing and foggy. And I guess that's, we know something's got to end. We know something's moving out. We don't necessarily know what it is or be able to pinpoint it at this point in time. I'm finding that for myself, and I think a lot of people are finding that. And my explanation on that is, well, it's the eclipse, which is there's less light, there's less sun, we can't see clearly. This is where we have to step more into trust and knowing, as you say, we're kind of graduating to the next level, and we don't yet know what that looks like or what that feels like. Is that about right?
That is absolutely right. This is a south node eclipse. Eclipses come in the form of north node, the direction in which we're going, and a south node of what we have to release. It's a karmic completion. It's a letting go. And this one is at the 29th degree, so it's literally a handoff into something that's new. And so everybody is, and you can look at it as losing or leaving, but it's a I'm now ready. I now have to let this go. And if I don't, the universe can assist me in it. But it's about surrender. It's about emotional, spiritual, psychological, physical surrender because that old is no longer sustainable. It's no longer you. And moving into the new you. South node eclipses always think of it as a drain. It pulls away. And so you carry the knowledge forward into this new role, into the next step of. And it's at 29 degrees of Virgo, which means that it's about details and service, health, humility, and taking care of our mind body service. And it's you've learned everything. You just now have to refine it and analyze it to improve yourself and your work. And the self focus is going to be part of the story, but the rest is letting go because something greater than yourself is in the future.
Yeah, that makes sense. I love the analogy of the drain. What's going down the drain? Because if
Yeah.
you think about the drain and that, the plug is out of the drain and it can just flow freely, all we've got to do then is step back and allow, just allow. So we're kind of feeling into what is going and let us know in the comments what's going on for you. I found quite a lot of things happening just in the last few days in terms of it doesn't feel right for me to self-publish my books anymore. It's time to move towards a publisher. That old part of self-publishing feels like it's moving out, that it's done with. And interestingly, I reached out to the audio engineer that worked on my last few audiobooks and said, I may or may not be recording this one myself, And he said, I don't do it anymore. And I don't know anybody that I can refer to. And I thought, there you go, there's a sign. That's closed out. That's finished. And then I'm looking at my website that I updated about 3 years ago saying, I think it's time for a complete revamp and a complete overhaul. And I don't want to do that anymore. And I don't want to offer that anymore. And I want to change this and change that. So it can be happening on a deep personal level, but it can be happening on a practical level around you in terms of the way you work or the way you live your life or in relationships, in friendships, in all sorts of different ways. Because by the sound of it, we're graduating college here and we're going up to the next level. So that means new teachers, doesn't it? That means the
Yes.
people around us may be at a different level. You might be stepping up more, connecting with new people that are at the next level to you in terms of perhaps their career or their business or their finances or their knowledge or their learning, and you can learn from them. And so, what's shifting for you? What is moving out? Yeah. Anything else you want to add about that? Let me just ask Spirit what they want to ask me to ask you. Let's talk about the equinox, which is hitting kind of 24 hours within this eclipse. How is that impacting this autumn, fall equinox or spring for my people down south? How is that playing in with this eclipse because it's within a few hours?
It's literally within a few hours. We, the shift of everything that's been going on, we always go back 4 to 6 weeks. And then the fallout of it, the readjustment comes the 4 to 6 weeks after. And so we're going to be at this point where everything is going to come to a head. And if we think of ourselves as the phoenix rising, it comes from the ashes of this is my new foundation. And now I need to shift into relationships, communities. Um, um, the eclipse is the pivotal point, and then we move towards the sun moving into the equinox and saying, I have to have a balance. What stays, what goes. I can make those choices willingly, and I need to release perfectionism, overanalysis, self-criticism. I need to turn trust in my inner, my higher self or your higher power to say that what plan is unfolding, I don't see the full picture yet, but it's going to happen. It's finding and reflecting with balance and harmony because eclipses bring chaos. They literally eclipse people, places, and things immediately. And when we move into the sun in Libra, it's I have to have a new harmony, new balance. Libra, we look at it as not just the scales, but like the ox. And the two oxen, they have the yoke that attaches them. And where I go, you go. And so, how do we find this harmony with the releasing and the new moving forward with it's going to be this shift with Mars also moving into Scorpio on the same day that says, I know that this shift is not sustainable and it will be cut, sever, remove. And so the equinox is absolutely part of the story that moves us into the next chapter.
Okay, all right. Well, let's have a little look what the cards want to say about
Yes.
this. I wouldn't be surprised to see cards like the Death card, the World card, the Tower, the Eight of Cups, the Six of Swords. So let's see what wants to come through. I don't have the down camera today because I'm recording this on Zoom, so we've only got the camera facing me, but I'll try and shuffle on screen because I know you like to see the shuffling. Let's have a look what we've got then, please. All right, so. Five of coins, the two of coins, there's your balance wanting to come in. There's the moon, although this is a solar eclipse. We've got the palace of wands and the Knight of Coins. So let's have a look at these together then. All right. So as Patty was saying there, we've got this eclipse energy is a little bit chaotic. So we don't want to be scared of it, but we want to kind of hold on to your hats, ride this little kind of bump of chaos out, trusting that the bump is bumping off and out what needs to go. So we've got the Five of Coins, which is the card of struggle and lack, being left out in the cold, feeling isolated, and feeling a little bit meh. All right. So if that's what you're feeling right now, we are moving towards the Two of Coins, the balance. That's what we want. It's a very Libran card. It's all about getting the balance right. And the balance is here because it's off and we need to bring that balance in. So you may be becoming very aware of all work and no play, that yourself, especially because this is in Virgo, this eclipse, that there's too much sacrifice, self-sacrifice, self-sabotage, self-criticism. Nobody loves me because I'm so busy doing everything for everybody else. There isn't time for me to have any love. It's that kind of energy that needs to come into balance. So this moon. What aren't we seeing clearly? What are we foggy about, confused about? What wants to come up to be seen? Which is these two other cards, the Five and the Two of Pentacles. This is what we've got to look at. Where is the balance? Where is it off? And what are we doing about it? What action are we taking? Where is our balance financially with that Five of Coins? Is it completely off? What can we do about it? So here comes the Knight of Coins coming in to say, I'm going to help you. So all knights are action cards. The knight is there on the horse. Horses represent freedom and power. So he's there with his knight saying, I choose to move into a sense of freedom and empowerment. And I want it to be grounded and stable and secure. I don't want it to be a flash in the pan that I feel fine and 5 minutes later I'm not fine. I want it to be lasting and stable. So the Knight of Coins is the slowest knight in the deck. There's movement, there's action, but it has to be sustainable. So we're looking at what isn't sustainable that needs to fall away. If I'm doing 100 hours a week, most of us can do that for a little while. We've got a big project on, we've got a big thing that we want to get done, but it's not sustainable for weeks and months and years because that will impact everything. So what part of your life is not sustainable that needs to fall away so that we can fully step into this Palace of Wands? Now, the Palace of Wands is a place, an environment. Now, that can be within yourself, within your own sense of purpose and structure and responsibility to yourself. It's a card of empowerment. It's a card of feeling energized and motivated and enthusiastic. So this can be within you. Do you feel those things, or do you feel drained and pained and exhausted? So that's where we want to use this night to say, what can I bring in? What can I bring towards me? Because notice, you see, the knight is looking at the palace. He wants to come towards the palace. He wants to bring that stability into your world. Now, that palace can also be your place of work or even your home. It's a place where you feel I'm energized and I'm content and I'm in my freedom and power. I choose to be here. I choose to walk away. Nobody's making me do anything. This is what feels right for me. So it's a very strong energy here about looking at what is stable and secure for you within your energy and your world, within your home and your work, what works and what doesn't. I want to pull in a couple of the Wisdom of the Oracle cards. Let's see what this focus can be for us. Show us the focus for this next week through these changes then. What is the focus? Tick-tock, the timing card. The hands of God, the hands of the universe here with this clock in the hands, number 30. Threes are about expansion and growth. So the clock here is speeding up. We're moving into, this is what they're telling me. Normally I'd say the clock is about timing, go with the flow, but they're saying to me, it's speeding up. The time here is speeding up as we move towards this higher vibrational, more of the heart center, more about empowered, liberated, balanced energy. This is happening now. We can't avoid it. We can't resist it. We can't turn the clock back and say, I wish dot 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 about the past because the past is gone. We're coming into this energy now and saying, right, let's use this to empower ourselves into liberation and freedom, to empower ourselves into balance. Let's look at right here, right now. How do I feel today? And when I say today, this reading is for the next week through some very intense energies. So I want you to be mindful each day of the coming week about your energy, your beliefs. I can, I can't, I believe in me, this is a disaster. What's your head doing? What are your words doing? What are your thoughts doing? Be mindful of them each and every day. And I want you to remind yourself this is happening for me, not to me. I choose to harness these energies to release all that doesn't serve me and step into living my best life. Let's get you an affirmation. All right, these are mine from Hoping to Having, and that's the one that wants to come. And also they want, oh, we've got three here. They want the bottom of the deck and the one underneath it. So your first one out is about wealth. All right, now that's interesting because we had the five of coins, which is the opposite. All right, so I want you to align with this energy of wealth. I am wealthy. I have a wonderful relationship with money. I value it, respect it, and welcome it. Money wants to show up and be in my life. Now, I get it. I spent a lot of years being very, very poor, and my whole energy was of lack and struggle, and life is hard, and I can't afford, and money hates me, and I hate money, and we're not friends, and all of that. Which, guess what? Held the money back. When I changed my thinking and changed my words, the money started to flow. And it can for you too. And I know it's hard to go from that lack hardship mentality into the abundance mentality. I explained how to do this in my books, especially the golden one there. Okay. But I want you to try and align with this. I have a wonderful relationship with money. Get into money is my best friend. Money loves me. It wants to show up in my life. It can't wait to knock on my door, and I'm going to open the door and say, "Come on in, welcome." We're welcoming that energy in. And as you do that, it will start to show up. And this card of be the source of that which you wish to be and have. So if I want
Mhm.
wealth, I have to be that now. I have to feel wealthy now. And wealth isn't just about money. Wealth is an energy of abundance of flow. So even if you've only got a few dollars in your purse, open your purse, look at it, and say, I'm wealthy now. I've got a few dollars. And there's a few more perhaps in the car, or there's a few more perhaps in the bank. I am wealthy. As you focus on it with the intention of what I love will grow, then I love the money that I do have. And now that's going to grow into even more. Being the source, being the cause, right? If I want to feel safe, secure, free, have financial freedom, then I need to feel that now. I need to step into the energy of I'm already free. And as you do, more of that comes towards you. And the third one that's come out is about boundaries. Now, this ties in with the shifts with Saturn this coming week because he's all about boundaries. I am free to set my own boundaries. I am setting healthy boundaries for myself and my life. That's very about the eclipse. That's very about Saturn. It's very about Libra because that's all about balance. So we want to be in these healthy boundaries. So this is the time we're looking at, I'm just asking, right, we are looking at where are my commitments, obligations, responsibilities to others, to myself? Are they balanced? Are they sustainable? Are they healthy? If they're not, this is the time I'm making changes. This is the time I'm finding that word, no, within my vocabulary. And that no is a complete sentence. It doesn't have to be no, but, or no, because, and then a whole raft of justifications, excuses, and reasons. Just no is enough. No, sorry, can't do that for you. End of. You're stepping into what is healthy for you. All right. What do you think of those cards, Patty?
I think the cards were spot on. I mean, the two is definitely Libra. It's definitely the sun and the moon and the equal balance of day. And when you pulled the moon card, this is a new moon eclipse. It is bringing about a new chapter. And then the card with the pentacles, I think you are 100% right. And this is grounding ourselves. We need to all be solid, stay safe, reliable, ground ourselves and allow for the universe to take away and to bring in and know our value, know our worth, and that um, I loved all of the affirmation cards. Like when three popped out, each one resonated with me, and it'll be good to take each one with me, and it might be one day, one another day, but each one resonates with what is going on right now.
It does. It absolutely does. It does for me too. When we're making changes in our life, when we're letting things go, we can often get frightened that, oh, I need that. And oh, I might
Hmm.
lose out because of that. Oh, I better hang on to it just in case. But this is where we're in that lack mentality. If
Hmm.
something wants to move out, if something wants to shift, then this is, and it's not easy to do, I know, my beautiful people. We've got to try and trust, step back and let go and say, look, if this is meant to go, I'm just going to let go. And it'll either just flow down the drain
Hmm.
beautifully, or it will puddle at my feet and want to come back. And I'll just take those signs. I'll just take that synchronicity of what I am seeing. So let's finish off with some angel cards, see if there's anything else that the angels want to add, because they're watching this very carefully. Any kind of big cosmic stuff that goes on, they are very strongly around us, the angels, because they know we find this stuff a little bit airy, scary. So they're there. All right, so we've got believe in dreams and initiation. So you can't make this stuff up. Let's just talk about initiation for a minute, okay? Let's look at him. There he is, Merlin, standing in front of those three open kind of doorways of light. We see the steps going up, and those steps are represented with the different colors of the chakras. We're rising up. You see, we've been rising up out of our base chakra for some time about, I just want to feel safe and secure. Then we come up into our creativity and we come up into our solar plexus, finding our own power. Now we're moving up into the heart chakra. Once that's open, we fly up through the others really easily because the heart leads. And so away we go. So he's saying, right? So, first of all, Merlin, Ascended Master of Magic. This is where we allow. It's the number 35, which is an 8, which is abundance and infinity. And it's the initiation, which represents new beginnings, to initiate something, to begin something, to start something. This is the new beginning that we have waited for. And it is graduating us up to this higher level. But notice you can't see where you're going because of all of those sort of lovely swirly, whirly white clouds. But we can't see what's the other side of that doorway. We just know that we feel drawn to go up those steps and into it. This is where we need to let go of, I need to see round corners and see where I'm going and say, I trust that where I'm going is my new reality that fits me far better than where I've been because I've outgrown it. So, initiation and believe in dreams. Just beautiful. Number 44. That's a master number about foundations being very solid and safe and secure. The old foundations are falling away. The new foundations are being created right now. And what you build on those foundations is going to go higher and higher and higher. And I use this analogy, they're bringing it back again for me in one of the bonus readings this week. I can't recall who, but the Leaning Tower of Pisa in Italy is at a sort of 45-degree angle. I don't know what the angle is. It might be 30 degrees, it might be 40, don't know. But we know that it leans quite significantly, and we look at it and we wonder how come it hasn't fallen over. The balance is just enough there that it can hang on. But if that had another 3 or 4 levels on top of it, right, it would fall over. And so it's saying that everything's got a breaking point unless it's been put on a very firm, balanced foundation. Now it can go high, high, high. But if it's on a tilt, it's going to get to the point where it's going to fall over. So this is you building up now from the ground up. You are building a new dream, a new reality on a much firmer, stronger, more stable, balanced, grounded foundation. And that enables you to truly step into your higher self, soul energy, spirit energy, your connection with source, your connection with the universe. See the infinity symbol above her. You see, this is her, the human her down here. But this is, what's that, 8 times bigger than her, her true essence. This is us really coming into our light. So all of this astrological energy is helping us to do that. So that's what we have. So what do you think about the angel cards there, Patty?
I absolutely loved them. I think it's perfect for releasing us of fear of stepping into our own divinity, knowing that we have to release and let go. This is opposite of Neptune, and Neptune says, in order to follow your dreams, you have to trust. And that's like the trust fall. It's going up those steps and saying, I'm not sure what's there, but I have to believe that I put this in place and that things more powerful than me know what's in my best interest. And let's step into it. No fear. Let go, let flow.
Absolutely. So that's what we're doing. Believing in dreams, initiation, let
Yeah.
go, let flow, and trust. So I hope this has been hugely helpful for you, my beautiful people. A huge thank you to Patty from Willow Grace Astrology for her time and guidance and teachings. You know, Patty used to be a teacher in school. She knows how to teach. She's the only person who can help me understand astrology. And I hope she's helped you understand it too. So thank you for your time. Patty's links will be below in the description box. I'll also put it in the comments. All right. Jump over and follow her, subscribe to her channel on YouTube, and links to her website are below as well. If you want to book in a private astrological reading with Patty, you can find all those details below. So thank you, Patty. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, everybody. Do you want to say bye, Patty?
Yes. Thank you again. Thank you for everything. My heart is connected to yours.
Oh, bless. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you soon. Take care. Lots of love. Bye bye.